Jai Gurudev, Namaste, good evening, Jai Gurudev to all of you. Welcome to this session on happiness and fulfillment. Vigyanmay Kosha, the intellect, Buddhi that we have, all of us have. All human beings are endowed with this capital called Buddhi. So let us see the presentation. We have second hour, we have the Anandamay Kosh, which is the last layer, the last sheet of Atman, you can say, or consciousness, the 5 sheets as we call. So this is the 4th and the 5th sheets that we are talking about today. 5 to 6:30 would be the Vigyanmay Kosh, Gyan, Vigyan. Vigyan is also known as science actually. So this is about, yeah, so you can enlarge full screen, yeah. The agenda for today is context, andragogy, introduction, 3 categories of buddhi, 5 elements of Vigyanmay Kosh, and purification. How to purify your Vigyanmay Kosh so that you can live happily, actually. The key to happiness is actually the process of purification or Vigyanmay Kosh ki sadhana. What I shared with you, my video a couple of days ago, I think, of CEC, which is on the Government of India's portal. Next slide, please. So, learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, learning to be, remaining the same as one part of the context. And then these are 5 sheets, and we have discussed the Annamaya Kosha, the gross body. We have discussed the Pranamaya Kosha, which is like etheric body. Then we discussed the Manomaya Kosha, which is like mind. Next slide, please. Then we discussed now we are discussing today the Vigyanmay Kosh, and then we will discuss in the next hour the Anandamay Kosh. So Jiva Atma, as is mentioned on the top of it here, if you can see on the top of it, and that is the Jiva Atman, the name that is mentioned there. So Annamaya Kosha, the gross body, is shown at the the smallest one here. Pranamaya Kosha is the outer layer of that. Manomaya is the outer layer of that. So these are all different layers which are around the gross body, and they pervade inside the body also. Like pran goes inside and outside, it travels through the breath. Mind also is outside as well as is pervades inside the body also. So let's go ahead to the next slide. The andragogy, Shravan Manan Nididhyasan, again the same. Unless you practice कि इसकी साधना कैसे करनी है, purification, how to purify your Vigyanmay Kosh, unless you work on that, there is no point listening about Vigyanmay Kosh. Next slide, please. What is the purpose of knowledge? Purpose of knowledge is to make you feel that you don't know. If knowledge makes you feel that you know it all, then it has not fulfilled its goal. The creation is enormous and infinite. It is a mystery. Your life is also a mystery, actually. Trying to understand mystery is actually about confusion more. But living it fully is called enlightenment. So if you give 100% in the present moment, that is what enlightenment is all about, as per Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji. Next slide, please. The whole universe is filled with intelligence. The single cell becomes the whole body. somewhere it is the nails, somewhere it is nose and tongue, but all is manifestation of a single cell. In the same way, the entire universe is also made up of a single substance, which we call as divine white light, divine light, consciousness, higher consciousness, whatever name we want to give to that. The substance of light is light actually. Next slide, please. Vigyanmay Kosha is one of the five koshas that cover Atman, as I discussed earlier. Vigyanmay Kosha literally means a shell that is composed of Vigyan or intellect. It is the fourth covering of Atma. I already described to you. Let's go ahead. A large part of this kosh is in the realm of the unconscious and is a major repository of information. The feeling of me and mine and the faculty of intelligence and reasoning constitute the Vigyanamaya Kosha, the fourth layer or the fourth sheet. The feeling of freshness and that I had a deep sleep is said to arise from this kosha. So when in the morning you wake up, जब सुबह आप उठते हैं और अगर ऐसा लगता है कि आपकी नींद बहुत अच्छी थी, तो who was the witness of that? Who was not there, or there with you to witness that? So that is what the fourth, the Chaturtham, is all about. So the feeling of freshness that I had at deep sleep is something which is a third state, waking state, dream state, and the third state is the Shushupti, the deep sleep. Next slide, please. When one closes the eyes and relaxes during meditation, the functioning of the Manomaya Kosh becomes minimum. The Vigyanmaya Kosh comes in the front and gets active. In the final stages of meditation, the intellect becomes stable and mind becomes still. And this is called the state of Samadhi. When there are no thoughts, when there are nothing, you are in the state of zeroness. Next slide, please. You are शून्य में जब आप चले जाते हैं, nothingness में चले जाते हैं. Meditation, when used as a therapeutic tool, works in the Vigyanamaya Kosha. All sorts of reasoning and counseling, psychotherapy also act on this kosha. Like when I did my art of living eternity process, then I realized the functioning of this, Vigyanamaya Kosha, the reasoning that I was experiencing my previous lives, and in one of my lives I was drowned in water. So in my current life also it was mentioned that you will drown, 2 times. So I drowned 2 times, but there were people to save me at that point of time. So I could see that this is coming from there. That is why this fear of drowning was there. It was coming from the previous lives actually. So the dual state of consciousness, you can say that I am in that previous life also, as well as I am able to reason that this is because of this. Like second one was that I died in my previous life while I was meditating in a cave in France. And when we visited Switzerland, we visited from there along with my wife, Dr. Mukul Singh. We visited France also from there only, and particularly in the mountain area we went actually, which was near to the Switzerland area. So their highest peak, like we have Himalayan peaks here, which are the highest. So they have their own highest peaks there. So we went there, and there were certain other areas where they have tourist spots and all that. So when I was traveling in those zones, I was feeling as if, this is not new to me. So I could also reason Vigyanamaya Kosha actually said that, okay, that is why I was, feeling homely when I was traveling in those Himalayan ranges. Now I can see the connection between the two. So these two are examples. While I was undergoing that course of eternity process and going from life to life. So the previous life, immediate previous life was this, and I then came back in this, this life from there. So I died in my immediate previous life as a meditator in the caves of France. So I was not an Indian in the previous life from that perspective. So it's very amazing experience if you go for past life regression as psychologists call it. So Mani has also done that eternity process. My wife has also done that eternity process. So our life is actually, coming from life to life, and it is not the first life that we are into. And we have in our kosha what is called, the causal body, the karan sharira. All those things are with us actually. So these kind of processes allow us to go to that particular areas of life as well. Lalita ji has written something. I too have done it twice, sir. I also have done, I think, twice or thrice. Good, Lalita ji. It's really very interesting. There was a serial which came for some time on some TV channel actually, which was doing this on the TV channel, and then it stopped. Few serials came actually about that. And psychologists are trained for this particular process. They call it past life regression. It's part of their therapeutic tool, and it works for them for from that perspective. Next slide, please. So Vigyanmay Kosh is also for psychotherapy, as mentioned earlier, is the use of psychological methods to improve an individual's well-being and mental health, to resolve or mitigate troublesome behaviors, beliefs, compulsion, thoughts, or emotions, and to improve relationships and social skills. So person-centered therapy, if you see, then what you pay attention to is something which is important. So everybody may have different aspects where they pay attention to. Like different people see, when they see newspaper, they see different pages first. So if I ask you, those of you who read newspaper, which page do you read first? So front page, cover page, or you read the sports page. Some of you may be saying, let me just check. Let me check. Just do this exercise. Which page in the newspaper you read first? Just write it there. Write in the chat. Let me check how many of you are attentive. Just write in the chat which page in the newspaper you see first. Editorial page, back page, front page, third page, fifth page. So Lalita is saying first page. So whatever major news are there, they are on the first page. Mr. Sanjeeva Narang is also here. Good, Mr. Sanjeeva. Front page में F नहीं है आपके. Dr. Hemkant Kulshesht is saying front page. Om Yadav is saying that too head news only. Okay. Ramanji is saying front page. संजीवा जी ने देख लिया फ्रंट. अब और कौन है, और कौन कौन लोग हैं इसमें, इस ग्रुप में? एडिटोरियल पेज मिस मणि गोस्वामी इज सेइंग ओके. और कोई? इंटरनेशनल न्यूज, इकोनॉमिक न्यूज, स्पोर्ट्स न्यूज, लोकल न्यूज, हेडिंग्स ओनली. गौरी इज सेइंग व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स. सभी 5 7 8 लोगों का जवाब आया होगा मेरे ख्याल में. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. On Sundays, the page 3, okay. Sanjeeva is saying. Brijesh Nigam is saying front page. Okay. Poojan Batla is saying front page. What else? कोई economic news नहीं देखता आप में से. Although many of you are teachers in business schools, teaching to BBA, BCom, MBA students. Economic news नहीं देखता कोई आप में से? Only Money reads the editorial page. Most of you see either the heading or only the first page or on Sundays, the page 3. And how many of you read cover to cover every book? How many of you read cover to cover means front first page से लेकर last page तक आप पढ़ते हैं? This itself says that you are not interested in the entire newspaper actually. So you pay attention to first page. Somebody says pays attention to headings. Somebody pays attention to editorial page. But none of you reads the newspaper from cover to cover. Is there anyone here who reads the newspaper from first word on the top left of the cover page and goes up to the bottom right of the last page? Any one of you? Yes, no, just write yes, no. पूरा एक एक अक्षर पढ़ता हो जब पूरे अखबार का. No, 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 no. Because it may take more than a day actually to read the full newspaper actually. So you pay attention to certain things in life. Certain people are more closer to you. You devote more time with them. Certain things you don't pay much attention to, and they may be important for you. So you generally pay attention as per your liking, but you may need to pay attention as per your job requirements maybe. So you need to understand what you are paying attention to is actually the right thing for you or not. So you need to undergo that process. So solution focused therapy, your strengths, your family therapy, psychodynamic therapy, your past, as I was talking to you about, and interpersonal therapy is about your relationships. Cognitive behavior therapy is about your thinking. So psychotherapy in itself is a full field of study wherein people devote master's degrees and all that full 2 year programs on dealing with these kind of issues. Like psychology is one degree which is for 2 years for masters and 3 years for undergraduate, wherein these kind of psychotherapy methods are taught to them as part of their syllabus. Next slide, please. In Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 7, Gyan Vigyan Yog, and the Lord said, I will tell you the complete knowledge, knowing which there is nothing else to be known. Next slide, please. This world has billions of people. Among them, only a few will come onto this path to achieve perfection in their life. Now, even among those few, only a few will really truly know me or attain me. Next slide, please. Know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the prowess of all powerful men. And it goes on to say about everything, everything that exists in this planet. He says that उसमें ही मैं हूँ, इसमें मैं हूँ, इसमें मैं हूँ, and all that. Next. So, how many types of buddhis are there? कितने तरह की बुद्धि हैं? As per Upanishad, one is called as Nikrist. Nikrist means lower level. The ones having this kind of buddhi doesn't have wisdom, filled with tamas gun, are not able to differentiate between right and wrong and are not respected in society. तो निकृष्ट बुद्धि ना ही हो तो अच्छा है, और जो इस ग्रुप में है, I don't think so they have निकृष्ट बुद्धि, otherwise they would not have been here in this course. Next slide, please. Madhyam is the ones having this kind of buddhi. Sometimes perform good deeds when sattva is high, and in other times they perform bad deeds. So they are called madhyam people. Majority of the population in the world is actually, in this madhyam category only. Next slide, please. Third is the uttam. They are completely able to differentiate between right and wrong. Their buddhi is enriched with viveka. Vivek. Such people are wise, are respected by all in the society. So ability to discriminate between right and wrong. Next slide, please. So how many of you would like to be in this, Shraddha, Gyan, Satya, Yog, Tej? These are the five elements. Shraddha means what? Shraddha means what? The Can anyone explain what do you understand by Shraddha? Let's go to the next slide. Shraddha means faith. Lalita ji is saying, and faith has a lot of power actually. Faith has a lot of power. Devotion. Yeah, Raman ji is saying devotion. Yeah, wonderful. So a lot of troubles are gone just because you have Shraddha in the divine, and then divine takes care. You can surrender actually. If you have Shraddha, then you can surrender easily. भाई मेरे से जो हो सकता था मैंने कर दिया, अब आपके जिम्मे है, आप संभालो इस काम को. The feeling that everything is taken care of. Om Yadav is saying yes. That is Shraddha. Yes. Next slide, please. How to purify the Vigyanmay Kosha. So what are the methods for that? The first is आलस्य का त्याग. सबसे पहले आलस्य कहाँ से शुरू होता है? जब ठंड होती है, रजाई में आप सो रहे होते हैं, बाहर ठंडा होता है, अंदर गर्म होता है रजाई के अंदर जो है, और जब घड़ी में अलार्म बजता है, जो भी समय अलार्म का हो, 3 बजे, 4 बजे, 5 बजे, 6 बजे, 7 बजे, 7:15 बजे, 8 बजे, जो भी, वॉट एवर इज योर टाइम टू वेक अप. If you are saying no, I don't want to wake up, and you shut up the alarm clock, what you are doing? What you are doing? You are saying to the alarm clock that you shut up, and on the other hand, you are saying that I don't want to fulfill my commitment to myself. So what you are saying is you are losing your own, willpower, because yesterday night before sleeping, what you did, you actually created this alarm. You set this alarm. Nobody else came to you to set this alarm. Once you have set your own alarm, then you say, I don't want to wake up. You shut up. What does that mean? You are not honoring your own words. And when you are not honoring your own words, then there is a problem. एक बार पूरी स्टोरी है, इस पे एक बहुत अच्छी स्टोरी है. एक आदमी को उसने संकल्प लिया कि मैं जो है सुबह जल्दी उठूंगा. अलार्म लगा के जब वो सो गया, सुबह अलार्म बजा, उसने बंद किया अलार्म. फिर 4 बजे का अलार्म लगाया था, 4 बजे बंद कर दिया. 7 बजे के बाद नींद खुली तो बड़ा कोसा उसने अपने आप को कि मैंने खुद ही फैसला किया था. आई डिसाइडेड दैट आई वुड वेक अप एट 4 AM एंड आई कुड नॉट फॉलो दिस. खूब चिंतन मनन किया उसने. सब जो कहते हैं ना, शुरू में 3 बोला है, सुनना, श्रवण, मनन एंड निधिध्यासन. So he was so apologetic and all those things happened. So he was working on his mind actually, that why this happens and this and that and all those things. He devoted more than half an hour on this issue only when he woke up late. Then next day he slept, and again he put the alarm of 4 AM that tomorrow it will not happen, that I will not wake up at 4. Tomorrow I'll wake up at 4, and so on and so forth. अगले दिन 4 बजे का अलार्म लगाया और सो गए कि भाई मैं कल जरूर उठूंगा जो है 4 बजे. 4 बजे जब अलार्म बजा तो फिर वही दिमाग में विचार आया कि अभी तो बहुत सुबह है, अर्ली मॉर्निंग है, सो जाते हैं थोड़ी देर जो है. तो कैसे उठे? हाथ मारा अलार्म पे, अलार्म बंद हो गया. द अलार्म वाज शट बाय द हैंड, and he again went to sleep at 4 AM without rising from the bed. Then after 5 minutes there was a knocking on the door, and he was upset. ये कौन आ गया इस समय जो है? Who is this fellow who is coming at this time? Then there was no option. वो हाथ से घड़ी को बंद करने का ऑप्शन तो था नहीं उस समय कि भाई आप हाथ से घड़ी को बंद कर दो. तो मजबूरी थी, कोई बाहर घंटी बजा रहा है, उठा रहा है. तो बाहर जाके खोला, देखा तो वो sin was standing there with that kind of a face with 2 horns there and all that, as you see the sin. in the movies maybe. मैं बोला कौन हो आप? Who are you? He said I am sin. तो कहने लगे क्यों आए हो? Why you are here? क्यों आए हो? कहने लगे I have come to wake you up. He said why you have come to wake me up? क्यों मुझे उठाने आए हो आप? आप तो देखने में जो है वो पाप का पूरा वो देख रहे हो, पाप की तरह देख रहे हो जो है. तो वो कहने लगा हाँ मैं वही हूँ. I am the sin. He said, why you have come here to wake me up? You are supposed to put me to sleep. आप मुझे जगाने क्यों आए? आप तो सुलाने का काम है आपका तो आलस्य का काम है. So he said कि yesterday when you did lot of contemplation, जब आपने इतना चिंतन किया कल, तो मेरे जितने फैमिली मेंबर्स थे, कौन से फैमिली मेंबर्स थे? जेलसी, ग्रीड, एंजाइटी, एंगर, एग्रेशन, एरोगेंस, ये सब जो हैं मेरे मर गए सारे फैमिली मेंबर्स. मैं ही रह गया हूँ खाली. आई एम द ओनली वन लेफ्ट. और अगर आज फिर आप सो गए और फिर 7 बजे के बाद आपने उठ के यही काम किया, कंटेम्पलेशन जो है, चिंतन किया, मनन किया, अगर आपने जो है, तो मेरा भी जीवन नहीं बचेगा. आज जो है मैं भी मर जाऊंगा. दानव है ना, देवता और दानव दो रूप मेनली बताया गया ना. तो दानव इज लाइक सिन, तो अपने अंदर जो दानव जो है प्रवृत्ति जो है, वो बोल रही है कि अगर आपने जो है आज दोबारा चिंतन मनन कर लिया तो मेरा नाश हो जाएगा. आई विल डाई. दैट इज व्हाई आई हैव कम टू वेक यू अप नाउ, दैट यू प्लीज वेक अप एंड डोंट डू दैट चिंतन एंड मनन, which is basically the job of intellect or buddhi. I don't know how many of you could get anything out of this story. The moral of the story is that you need to drop this alasya, laziness. And if you do chintan also, if you just do chintan and manan, even that can happen to you. You can drop this laziness just by becoming aware of it, that you are not able to meet your own commitments. Your integrity is at stake if you are not able to meet your own commitment, because integrity is about honoring your words. You gave a word in the night that you would wake up in the morning at 4 a.m. and you could not wake up, so your integrity is at stake, and so on and so forth. So if you keep on becoming aware of who you are becoming, then a lot of problems like this get resolved. So any question from this story, if you have, please ask. Otherwise we move on to the next one, or your learning lessons from this story. Or how many of you are not able to wake up in the Brahma Muhurat? You can write what resolve for purification you would be taking today. अपने जीवन को स्वच्छ बनाने के लिए विज्ञानमय कोश की साधना करने के लिए कितने लोग तैयार हैं? साधना वर्ड यूज किया गया है इसमें. इट इज लाइक साधना, इट इज लाइक तप फॉर यू. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज. सो गुरुदेव की एक छोटी सी वीडियो है, उसका लिंक पहले डाल दो इसमें. पुट द लिंक हियर फर्स्ट, so that if there is a problem, people can see on their own also. And you can run as well, yeah.
Gurudev, I'm so lazy. I'm feeling lazy to even ask this question. What to do?
What is a guarantee? If I give you some suggestion, you may feel lazy to even implement that. I better keep my mouth shut. You can overcome laziness only with three things: either greed, love, or fear. Out of fear, you overcome laziness. Or if someone says you will get 10 crores or 10 lakhs, whatever, then that greed makes you do something. And third thing, when you are in love with something, when you have fallen in love with something, then you see through it.
So, what are the learning lessons from this video? I have faced that problem for years. I had the habit of studying at night and sleeping in the morning, but in this lockdown period, I could completely reverse this, and now I feel more fresh in the mornings and I have become more energetic. Yeah, very good, Omyada. Wonderful. Congratulations to you. My eyesight went down actually when I was not able to study in the morning, and I was working like this in the night more. Particularly when I was in school in 9th, 10th, 11th or so. When I realized my eyesight is going down, then I did two things. One was this, and the other one was, cleaning the eyes with the water. त्रिफला त्रिफला को पानी में रात में भिगो के रखते थे, उसके पानी से सुबह छींटे मारते थे 2-3 बार में. सो वो चश्मा जो लगने वाला था या लग गया था ऑलमोस्ट जो है उसको, then it was saved for many decades actually after that. So अभी भी जो मेरी आई साइट का है वो पास वाला चश्मा लगा है, which was almost in the late 40s or early 50s, and the distance is hardly 0.25 or so. So overcome the laziness, Ramanji is saying, is the takeaway from video. And what are the things which allows you to do that? That's my question. कैसी परिस्थितियों में ये होता है कि आप लेजी नहीं होते हैं? That is the question. That is the greed, fear, and love. Very right, Shashwat. Fear, yeah. So greed is not good. Fear is not good. So it's better to have love. You may do it in greed also. There is no doubt about that. You may do it in fear also. But as an administrator, if you are able to get attention done from people through love, it is better. If it is required to use the fear, you may use it for some time, but it may not be long lasting. But at least something will happen. So, as an administrator or as a manager or as a leader, the first thing should be that you use this tool of love and make things happen as far as possible, and use fear to the minimum and greed even the lower than that. So when you're designing your incentive policies, when you're designing your goals and all that, you should be very particular about these aspects, which aspect you want them to manifest more. So if you are having, cutthroat competition amongst people and there is no synergy amongst them, then the greed would be there. So if you have both individual goals and group goals, collective team goals, then you are taking care of this aspect that greed doesn't creep in much. So how you design the incentive policies, how you design the plans and all that, the goals, objectives and all those things decides about whether the greed, would creep in or not. The subprime crisis of 2008-9 in USA, United States of America, was largely driven by greed, not by fear, not by love actually. And best of the graduates from Harvard and Stanford, they were the people who were experts in designing the derivatives, financial derivatives, and so on and so forth. Those who were buying and selling those derivatives, the buyer did not know what kind of underlying asset one is buying. They were just buying the derivatives. So sometimes we use our creativity in a manner that greed, lust, and all these kind of negativities get embedded into the system, and the entire world actually suffers because of them, because of that. And the second is the bhojan, the food. The sattvic bhojan is a process of verification or a way in which you can purify. तो बुद्धि का शुद्धि करने के लिए अगर भोजन शुद्ध होगा तो उससे भी बुद्धि की शुद्धि होती है. It is advisable to go for food which is sattvic food. Next slide, please. We already discussed about food, so I'm not devoting much time on that. And then third is the pranayama, heating and cleansing pranayama, kapal bhati, bhastrika, which we generally do in our morning sadhanas, which are group sadhanas. These are there generally. And those who are doing individually, they must make sure that you are doing these things. Balancing pranayama like Nadi Shodhan, pranayama, alternate nostril breathing. Many of us also do this. So all those who are on Art of Living course, they might be doing all this as a normal routine on a daily basis if they are doing that. Then tranquilizing pranayam is the Ujjayi breath that we take. In Bhastrika, we take Ujjayi breath. And in Padam Sadhana, we take Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi breath has another aspect to this. And the vitalizing or cooling pranayama is Shitali, Shetkari, and Brahmari. तो भ्रामरी शायद यहाँ पे भी कराया था हम लोगों ने जो है. तो these are the pranayamas which purify the buddhi aspect of our personality, of our being. So almost on a daily basis we are doing all of these. Those who are participating in the group sadhana, particularly in Shishi University, I can say Shitali we may not be doing, or Shetkari we may not be doing, but rest all we are doing on a daily basis. Shitali is like this, you breathe in from the mouth, and tongue is here, and you breathe out from the nose. Is all the food in the university sattvic? I am from the freshest batch to 2020. Om Yadav, I am taking sattvic food here, so you are welcome. So some students do not want, and they want some onion, garlic, and all that. So for some of the students, onion and garlic is there. For others, those who do not want, for them it is not. It is pure vegetarian, no doubt about that. But within vegetarian, there are choices which are available. So you are welcome. Welcome to the club of Sattvic people. Next slide, please. Which course you are in, Om Jada? BB, okay, good. Let me put the slide back. So next is dharana, unwavering concentration. Let's do a little exercise now on dharana or concentration, the ability to direct our mind or concentration. We will do a small exercise. All of you have phone right now, no? Can you do that? Your own picture, can you see in your own eyes? Can you see that? No. Generally, we do eye gazing exercise, looking into the eyes of someone else actually. So if that is possible, you can see in the mirror your own eyes. Otherwise, you look at one particular thing. I don't know you can do that or not. If your phone is free, the exercise right now is that you have to sit straight and look at one object which is in front of you. Just concentrate on that, Whatever is in front of you, just put something in front of you. Just stand there, don't move. Lalita ji is moving, it seems. Lalita ji, just stand at a place and look at something. Any one thing that you want to look at, just look at one thing. Stand at a place or sit at a place and look at only one thing. Don't move, don't walk, don't move, no movement, just looking at one thing only. Entire attention is on one thing. Each one of you is looking only at one particular thing. Concentration. It's about eyes are open and you are just looking at an object. You are not the object, you are just looking at the object without thinking. No thoughts required. Just look at the object. Only breath is moving inside and outside. No other movement of the body. शरीर एकदम स्थिर है. आंखें एक किसी भी चीज की तरफ देख रही हैं जो भी आपकी आंखों के सामने है. और कोई विचार नहीं है. नो थॉट्स एक्सेप्ट द कंसंट्रेशन ऑन एन ऑब्जेक्ट विच इज इन फ्रंट ऑफ योर आईज. अगर इसी चीज में से जो आपके सामने है भगवान प्रकट हो जाए अभी जो है, तो आपके अंदर क्या भाव होगा? Concentrate with open eyes, looking at the same thing as if God is appearing from that particular place or object, whatever you are looking at right now. Observe your sensations in the body. God is in front of you right now, and your 100% concentration is on the God appearing from that object. You are continuously watching the divine. बिना पलक झपकाए आप देख रहे हैं. Without blinking the eyes, you are watching the divine appearing, the God appearing from this object or the scenery in front of you. साक्षात भगवान आपके सामने प्रकट हो गए हैं. Be grateful to this experience, and you can slowly close your eyes and feel the sensations inside the body. Full concentration inside the body on the sensations now. जैसे भगवान की मूर्त को आपने दिल में बसा लिया हो. As if you have brought inside the picture of God whom you just saw outside in front of you. You are bringing inside that God in your heart, giving a seat in your heart. दिल में भगवान को बैठा लिया हो जैसे आपने. अपने शरीर में हो रही संवेदनाओं को महसूस करें. Feel the sensations in your body, and the God is sitting in your heart becoming one with you, and you are becoming one with the God. Your entire concentration is on your heart, जिसमें भगवान स्वयं विराजमान है। अभी जो आप सामने देख रहे थे वो अंदर आ गए हैं आपके। Your full concentration is on the divine who is sitting in your heart now. Whenever you feel complete, you can slowly open your eyes. पिछले सेशन जो मैंने लिया अभी, कौन सा स्कूल था? नहीं, आज डीएवी में लिया था। उससे पहले जो था प्रभु दयाल पब्लिक स्कूल में, तो हर्षवर्धन asked me when I was answering to the questions of some of the students from that school कि आप पहले से ही ऐसे ही हैं, सबको नंबर दे देते हैं अपना जो है। तो मैंने कहा हाँ, सब में भगवान ही है ना, एवरीबडी इज डिवाइन ना। तो आज वो स्कूल में, तो उससे क्या हुआ? द divine resides in that individual as well. We need to learn to respect that. So when you start looking divinity in everything that exists, your style of functioning actually changes drastically. You are always accessible to everyone in the world, and there is no question of distraction or concentration. Everything you can concentrate on fully 100% actually. Just you have to start looking divinity in everything that exists inside you and around you. अपने अंदर की दिव्यता और आपके सामने जो कुछ भी है उसमें दिव्यता जब आप देखने और महसूस करने लग जाते हैं, तो आपका किसी भी काम में मन ना लगे, कंसंट्रेशन ना हो, 100% ना दे पाए, ऐसा हो नहीं सकता। So let's move on. Yeah, enlarge the size. Yeah. Let's go to the next. Shraddha is the fifth one here, the ways of purification. And Prahlad's story is a wonderful story on this. A small little boy is an epitome of the story of Shraddha, that God had to appear from the, this, what you can see in the picture. खंबे में से नरसिंह अवतार लेके भगवान विष्णु आते हैं, just because of the faith or the श्रद्धा of a little boy, a devotee of Lord Vishnu. वो स्टोरी है ना कि तुम्हें उसको वरदान मिला हुआ था। फादर ऑफ प्रहलाद हैड दिस वरदान कि ना तुम्हारी मृत्यु, ना तुम्हें कोई नर मार सकता है, ना नारी मार सकती है, ना जानवर मार सकता है, ना सुबह मर सकते हो, ना शाम को मर सकते हो। ऐसे ऐसे करके उसने जो उसकी बुद्धि में आया, बुद्धि खूब चलाई उसने ये आशीर्वाद लेने के लिए, वरदान मांगने के लिए कि मैं किसी तरह अमर हो जाऊं। जो है जितने भी लोगों ने वरदान मांगा, जो दानव प्रवृत्ति के लोग थे, वो अपनी बुद्धि की वजह से ही मर गए। एंड वन ऑफ देम इज दिस स्टोरी इज टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट, तो श्रद्धा हो, वरदान तब करेंगे, जब करेंगे वरदान मिलेगा आपको, लेकिन उस वरदान को आप फलीभूत करके सफल हों अच्छे तरह से और आगे बढ़ें, वो इस बात पर डिपेंड करता है कि आपकी बुद्धि में विवेक कितना रहता है, आप उसे कितना एब्जॉर्ब कर पाते हैं। जैसे भस्मासुर को अवतार मिला कि जिसके ऊपर हाथ रखोगे वही भस्म हो जाएगा, तो उसकी बुद्धि भ्रष्ट हो गई उस समय। तो ये बुद्धि का खेल जो है सदियों से चला आ रहा है। आप बहुत पावरफुल हो सकते हैं कि किसी के भी सर पे हाथ रख दें और वो मर जाए जो है, लेकिन अगर बुद्धि भ्रष्ट हो गई तो फिर वो अपने ऊपर ही रख देंगे आप जो है। तो ऐसा खेल चलेगा प्रकृति का कि आपको, अगर आपने एब्जॉर्ब, तो एक और इम्पोर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है, लर्निंग है इसमें जो है कि बुद्धि, कहते हैं ना विनाश काले विपरीत बुद्धि, तो विपरीत बुद्धि जहां होती है वहां पे सर्वाइवल फिर मुश्किल हो जाता है। तो प्रहलाद के फादर की भी वही कहानी है, भस्मासुर की भी वही कहानी है, रावण की भी वही कहानी है। जितने भी दानवों का अंत हुआ, उन्होंने वरदान प्राप्त कर करके शक्तियां प्राप्त की। शक्ति मिल सकती है आपको, बुद्धि अगर मांगते साथ में, शक्ति के साथ में अगर बुद्धि मांग लेते वो जो है, तो शायद सर्वाइवल उनका लंबे समय तक हो पाता और उसे वो एंजॉय कर पाते। लेकिन दानव प्रवृत्ति ऐसी होती है, दानव प्रवृत्ति शक्ति को ही समझती है कि सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है। The sinner always thinks that the power is the most precious tool to become rich, or to become powerful, and to be known everywhere, अपना साम्राज्य सब जगह, सारे लोकों में साम्राज्य हो, and all that. So this is what we are talking about, विज्ञानमय कोश और intellect और बुद्धि. This is the decisive factor which has taken away all the wealth of people just because of vinash kale viparit buddhi, as we say, viparit buddhi. Next slide please. So chit prasad, habits to be joyful, as we have been talking earlier also on this aspect. So you should be friendly with whom, compassion to whom, happiness to whom, and ignorance to whom. So maitri, karuna, mudita, upeksha, ये चार जो हैं चित्त के प्रसाद हैं एक तरह से जो है। तो जो लोग हैप्पी लोग हैं उनके साथ दोस्ती करें, बी फ्रेंडली विद देम। जो लोग दुखी लोग हैं उनको करुणा दें, उनको जो है उनका कंपैशन के साथ उनसे व्यवहार करें। यू शुड बी कंपैशनेट टू पीपल हु आर सैड, you should be displaying happiness or mudita with those who do good things, pious deeds and all that. Those who are engaged in activities which are good karma, गुड कर्मा जो कर रहे हैं उनके साथ आपकी मैत्री का, हैप्पीनेस का होना चाहिए जो है, व्यवहार होना चाहिए। एंड उपेक्षा उनकी करनी चाहिए, इग्नोर करना चाहिए जो है, विद दोज हु डू सिनफुल एक्ट्स। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। सो नेक्स्ट इज क्रोधी से दूरी। जो क्रोधी हो उससे अगर आप दूरी रहें तो अच्छा है। जैसे कहते हैं ना, मैन इज नोन बाय द कंपनी ही कीप्स। माता सती को सती नहीं होना पड़ता, आग में अपने आप को भस्म नहीं करना पड़ता। अगर उनके पिताजी जो थे, क्या नाम था उनका जो है, अगर उनके घर पे वो नहीं जाती, लॉर्ड शिवा सेड डोंट गो सती, डोंट गो, यू आर नॉट इनवाइटेड, आई एम नॉट इनवाइटेड, यू आर नॉट इनवाइटेड, व्हाई यू आर गोइंग। और उन्होंने जिद किया जो है कि वो जाएंगी। उन्होंने जिद किया कि वो, माता सती ने कहा कि नहीं मैं तो जाऊंगी, मेरे फादर का घर है, मेरा क्या अनिष्ट हो सकता है। शिव जी ने बोला अनिष्ट हो सकता है आपका, आप मत जाओ वहां पे, लेकिन बात नहीं मानी जाए। और फिर वो उनके पिताजी जो थे उनको क्रोध आया बहुत, उन्होंने कुछ उल्टा सीधा बोला, शिव जी के बारे में उल्टा सीधा बोला, और फिर माता सती को भी क्रोध आया और उन्होंने अपने आप को खुद ही अग्नि में भस्म कर लिया। सो अगर वो नहीं जाती, दक्ष राजा दक्ष जो थे उनको बुद्धि उनकी भी विपरीत चल रही थी जो है, तभी उनका सर काट दिया। फिर आके जो है लॉर्ड शिवा ने, फिर उनको वो गधे का सर लगाया गया बाद में, जब रोएगा लोग जो है, बकरी का सर लगाया गया उनके ऊपर जो है, कि इनके बिना कैसे चलेगा जो है। तो बड़ी लंबी कहानी है वो, बट क्रोध की वजह से ही उनका राजपाट सारा चला गया ना। अगर वो बुद्धि उनकी सही रहती तो ना उनकी बेटी का नाश होता, ना माता सती का नाश होता, ना उनका नाश होता। तो ये क्रोध जो है, ये बुद्धि, विपरीत बुद्धि जो है, दोनों में ही है। 6th और 7th पॉइंट में जो मैंने वो बोला, बुद्धि से ही सब कुछ रहता है और बुद्धि से ही सब कुछ चला जाता है। इसीलिए कहते हैं पूत कपूत तो कोधन संचय, पूत सपूत तो कोधन संचय। मीन्स अगर आपका बेटा, अगर आपके बच्चे, अगर आपकी नेक्स्ट जनरेशन, इफ योर नेक्स्ट जनरेशन is good, then there is no need to have wealth as storage of wealth for them. And if they are bad also, then also there is no need, because अगर वो खराब होंगे तो जितना धन छोड़ जाओगे सबको खत्म कर देंगे, सबका नाश कर देंगे। और अगर अच्छे होंगे तो खुद ही कर लेंगे वो। They can earn wealth, they can create wealth. So there is no need for creating wealth for your next generation, because if they are good, they can create it. If they are bad, they can destroy it. So let them do whatever they have to do. You be in equanimity. आप शांत रहें बस, जो है ग्रीड नहीं होनी चाहिए वेल्थ को क्रिएट करने की। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। योगियों से मित्रता। Swami Vivekananda became Vivekananda because of what? Write the name of the person of the picture which is on the left. कौन है ये जिनकी फोटो लगी हुई है लेफ्ट साइड में? Who is this personality? Please write the name of that. परमहंसा के बाद भी कुछ लिख सकते हैं। Swami Paramhansa Ramakrishna, yeah. So Ramakrishna is the full part of it. Swami Paramhansa is the title. So उनके पास जाके जो है स्वामी विवेकानंद का जो हम जानते हैं, जिसको हम एज स्वामी विवेकानंद जानते हैं, वो स्वामी विवेकानंद नहीं बनते अगर वो रामकृष्ण परमहंस के पास नहीं जाते तो। So many people have been able to achieve whatever they've been able to achieve just because they went to the right place. सही गुरु का उनको सानिध्य मिला और वो अपने जीवन में कर पाए जो कुछ भी वो कर पाए। बिना गुरु के गति नहीं, जैसे बोलते हैं, इट इज समथिंग लाइक दैट। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। सौम्य स्वभाव, बीइंग नेचुरल। पिक्चर बड़ी अच्छी सी इसमें दिख रही है। जस्ट बी नेचुरल, दैट इज अगेन वेज टू प्योरीफाई योर बुद्धि। जितना कपट होगा, जितना जो है इधर उधर का काम करने का मन करेगा, उतना ही प्रॉब्लम है उसमें। जो नेचुरल स्टेट ऑफ बीइंग है, बस उसमें रहें, बिना कपट के, बिना छल के, बिना कपट के, उतना ही साफ स्वच्छ। प्योरिटी ऑफ हार्ट इज द की टू बी सक्सेसफुल और टू बी नेचुरल। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। अनिष्ट का त्याग, डू नॉट इंडल्ज इनटू एक्ट्स which hurt others. Don't devalue or hurt anyone in this life. You may be powerful today, but time is more powerful than you. Shri Ravi Shankar ji says that. Srinivasar, okay? And you must remember that, जैसे मैंने अभी बोला ना, आज वो स्कूल में हैं, लेकिन आज अगर आप उनकी हेल्प करते हैं to find their paths, हमारा थोड़ा सा समय लगेगा उसमें, 2 मिनट 4 मिनट एक बच्चे पे लगेगा, लेकिन अगर उन्हें क्लैरिटी मिल जाती है उससे, जो है वो जीवन भर याद रखेंगे। और अगर कोई उनकी हेल्प नहीं कर रहा है तो फिर वो जो भी उनके मन से जो निकलेगा वो तो निकलेगा ही। खैर, कुछ लोग आत्महत्या सिर्फ इसलिए कर लेते हैं कि उन्हें कोई सही समय पे गाइड करने वाला नहीं मिलता। सो इट्स ए ग्रेट सर्विस टू द ह्यूमैनिटी इफ यू आर गिविंग टाइम टू पीपल and don't hurt people. हर्ट भी करें तो इंटेंशन क्लियर होनी चाहिए, क्यों हर्ट कर रहे हैं आप उनको, कि उन्हें ही ठीक करने के लिए कर रहे हैं, ताकि वो एक रिजॉल्व ले सकें कि उन्हें इम्प्रूव करना है। तो अगर इम्प्रूवमेंट की इंटेंशन है तो उसे क्लैरिफाई कर दें, मैं तुम्हारे दिल को एक्चुअली चोट इसलिए पहुंचाना चाहता हूँ कि तुम्हें लगे कि तुम्हें एक अच्छा इंसान बनना है। कभी कभी चोट पहुंचाना भी जरूरी होता है। कभी कभी डॉक्टर हाथ काट देता है या पैर काट देता है, क्योंकि जहर अगर ऊपर शरीर में चला जाएगा तो पूरा बॉडी खत्म हो जाएगी। सो डॉक्टर amputes the body from some portion of the body just because the doctor wants to save the life of that individual. So the intention must be made clear. So you don't curse a doctor because you know that if he doesn't cut my leg at this moment, the poison will destroy me fully, 100%. I will not be saved. So in order to save your life, you allow the doctor to cut the leg or the hand or to do amputation wherever required to remove that. जितने ऑपरेशन करा के पथरी निकाली जाती है, जो कुछ भी किया जाता है, क्यों आप अपना पेट काटने देते हैं, क्यों आप अपने शरीर में छुरा चलवाने देते हैं? क्योंकि आपको पता है कि वो जो डॉक्टर है, जो सर्जन है, वो छुरा चला रहा है आपके शरीर के ऊपर, पेट काट रहा है, जो भी शरीर में जहां पे भी कटिंग कर रहा है, वो बिना उस इंटेंशन के करेगा तो किसी को हाथ लगाने देंगे क्या? नहीं लगाने देंगे. So even if you are hurting someone, if the intentions are pure, you must clarify those intentions and then you perform that duty. इसीलिए वो सब लिखवा भी लेते हैं, डॉक्टर सारी अंडरटेकिंग लेके आगे बढ़ते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज प्रेम पूर्वक व्यवहार, नॉट हैविंग राग एंड द्वेष टुवर्ड्स अदर्स. Craving and rag is like craving for something and dvesh is like aversion towards others. So if you are able to live your life with love, love conquers all things. Let's to give into love. So like love moves the world, I think we have shown you that video of Gurudev on this, love moves the world. And next is the nirantarta, practicing all the above habits on continuous basis. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act but a habit. Aristotle said that. So it is important that what you resolve to do, if you are able to do it on a daily basis, only then it has meaning. Otherwise, you say, today is my birthday, so I will be happy, I will not curse anyone, I will not hurt anyone, and so on and so forth. But tomorrow is not my birthday, and today is my birthday, so today I am very good to all the people, but tomorrow I can be bad to people. So that is not acceptable. So whatever you do, it should become like part of your habit. Then people will consider you, otherwise it will not happen. तो बुद्धि में शुद्धि तो जरूरी है, लेकिन वो हमेशा के लिए जरूरी है. बुद्धि की शुद्धि एक दिन, जिस दिन बर्थडे हो या जिस दिन आपकी एनिवर्सरी हो, उसी दिन आप अच्छा काम करेंगे, बाकी दिन आप खराब काम करेंगे, उससे काम चलने वाला नहीं है. So we pray to that divine power and supreme consciousness which is present everywhere to dispel and destroy all our sins and guide and inspire our intellect on the path of righteousness. This is about the next slide please. This is about the shloka that we say, Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. ये स्कूल में हम लोगों को सिखाया जाता था, रोज जो है पढ़ाया जाता था, सुबह प्रेयर में होता था, इसलिए आज तक कभी भूला नहीं मुझे. So this is very powerful that we pray to that divine power and supreme consciousness which is present everywhere to dispel and destroy all our sins and guide and inspire our intellect. Intellect means buddhi, on the path of righteousness. So let's close this session and we move on to the next session. Practical, we have already done a bit, and so I'm stopping the recording for a while.